Good to see you, man. How you been?
Sedano gets the
Good
hug.
to see you. Have a seat. This is you right here. This is Beto.
Nice to meet you.
There's your headset. All right. So it has been a long time since I've chatted with you. You didn't. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to chat with you last season. So I want to ask
maybe
you.
That was the reason why it was a tough year. Huh?
There you go. See, the year you talk to me here at camp, you win the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Then I don't come last year, and then you have a rough season. But as always, over the years we've chatted with you. You've always been so gracious with your time with us. I want to ask you, like I always start these conversations, how is Sean McVay the person, not the coach, right now?
Doing great. My wife is getting ready to get up on her last trimester. We got a little boy coming in late October, so that's a blessing. And she's done really well with that, so it's been great. And then really, I'm energized being around great people. Love these players, love the coaches that we're working with, and we got a long way to go, but it's a fun group to work with.
Now, you're super meticulous. I know this about you. So have you practiced the diaper change yet? Are you working on that yet?
I haven't, but you know what? I'm coachable. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun. She just had a good checkup yesterday, so we're excited.
Now you don't have to tell us, but have you decided on a name yet?
You know what? I think we've got some names, but I'll let her go ahead and let you guys know when she decides.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not the boss at my house, so
I get it.
I can fully accept that.
I got 2 kids and I've been married 11 years, so I know the drill.
Smart man.
So let me ask you another question. We've always talked to you about what you do in your downtime in the off season. So did you take on any hobbies? Did you do anything cool that wasn't football related this off season?
No.
Of course. Why?
No,
every year
what?
you
I'm
tell
just
me you're
kidding.
going to, and you never do it.
It's a good thought.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a blessing that I love what I do. No, I love to travel. I like to stay active, be outside, whether it's working out and doing things like that.
Yeah.
And so, we get a chance to travel in the off season.
Good.
My wife does a good job of exposing me to things that I didn't know about before. So she's definitely broadened my horizons. But I'd like to have a couple cold ones every now and then too.
Yeah. Well,
See if I can find my personality.
Well, you've told us that as well, because Raheem told us last year, and he reiterated today about Sean's a better dancer than you think, and you've told us in the past it takes a few vodka sodas, but I would imagine there were at least a few of those, right?
Oh yeah, there always is.
Yeah.
But you know what? No more drinks right now.
That's
We're
it.
locked in, George.
It's time for football season. All right, so let's talk football. Here's the deal. I've been here almost a week, and the energy here is infectious.
Yeah.
And you could just tell so many young guys trying to make a roster. It is really fun to watch the team practice while we've been here. What kind of energy, what kind of vibe are you getting from this squad that you've seen right here?
I think you just mentioned it. It's infectious. And, you've got great leaders that are setting the tone, but you got a lot of youthful energy out here, guys that like competing. What I like is the ability to just be able to reset. We're doing a lot of different situations. There's a lot of guys that are learning on the fly, and there's got to be some patience and understanding how do we create that clarity for these guys. But the more that we practice, I always believe in repetition being the mother of learning, and these guys are taking it to heart. I think the coaches are doing a great job, and sure as hell is fun every time we're able to come out here.
And, Coach, you can feel the energy out here, just like you're saying. You're coming out here, you can see this stuff. But from when you first started, your first time in the camp to now, do you still get that excitement every single time?
Yeah, I do get that excitement, and it's for different reasons. When you say every single year is a new year, you got to really be able to believe it, and you got to understand, all right, what are the things that this team needs? What are the things that are going to be in alignment with us being our best and reaching and realizing our highest potential? But that was a long time ago. I feel like I've aged a lot in 6-7 years. Can't believe going into year 7, but it sure is a blessing, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Are you still the youngest guy, or are there younger guys than you now?
I still am. It's crazy.
Good for you, Sean.
I'll be glad when we can stop. I'll be glad when that's not the case anymore.
Oh, eventually, but you should relish it while you got it, bro. I mean,
guess.
come on.
Well, I sure feel older than 37.
You might be one of the oldest fielding coaches.
Oh man, let me tell you. You go through 6 years of this, you'll know exactly
the roller
what
coaster
I mean.
up and down.
Well, holy sheesh.
Yeah. I mean, listen, last year, as you kind of referenced earlier, was really challenging on a number of fronts. You guys, everything that could go wrong went wrong, right? Yeah. The offensive line, you had 12 different lineups in the offensive line. That in itself was tough. And then all the injuries that you dealt with in other places, including Matthew Stafford. But I feel like watching you guys last year, no matter what you could say, nobody quit. Like when you guys fought every game. That game in Kansas City, you lost. But man, I was like, these guys were right there. And then you win the game against the Raiders.
Yeah.
It looked like you again. You were
Oh, yeah.
so pumped up when you guys won that game. What was it like considering you had that tough season to win that game the way you did?
No, it was. And I think, you said it, George. The thing I was most proud of is the way the guys continued to compete. There was a lot of adversity that we faced. There was a lot of instances when I reflect back on, I want to be better for those guys and not make some of the same mistakes that I did. But I was really proud of that. And I think there were some moments when you end up getting reinvigorated. I thought the guys, just the way that they attacked each opportunity, it did make it fun. The season was challenging, but I truly believe that going through that adversity, you'll grow through it when you go through it. And it's one thing to talk about it and read about it. It's another thing to actually go through it, forces you to get grounded and do some self-reflection. And for that, I'm grateful. But, man, that wasn't all that fun.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's for sure.
Coach, when you look at this team and what you're going to go up against every single year, your fan base, they're going to be rabid. Like my boy Roswell thinks you're going to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl every single year, right? Then you have other fans who are like, I don't know what you're going to do. When you go and you look at this roster and you look at the vision and everything else, like how do you keep like just that focus of, we got to go the 1 week at a time, but damn it, there's some games that we could win here. You got to look at the schedule. How do you stay locked in like that?
Because you just have to be present. It's so easy to say it, but you have to truly do it because there's so many things that inevitably will be changed by the time we get to even week 1, week 2. All we can do is be where our feet are planted. And, man, it's easy to say, it's hard to do, but we've got to have the discipline to understand that it's about building a foundation, stacking blocks the right way. And I do think when I reflect back on the 6 years with a lot of the good moments we had, we were able to be inside out. We weren't worried about whether there was expectations or not expectations. It was just, hey, let's get better, let's focus on improving, and then let's go compete with no fear and no flinch and see what the hell happens.
We know who the studs are on this team, Stafford, Donald, etc. Cup. We can go on and on. Who are some of the young guys out here that are popping?
I think when you look at some of our second-year guys, Kobe Durant is a guy that I've really been pleased with.
Made a couple big plays today.
Made a couple big plays. He's got a swagger. He's got a confidence and an energy about himself. He understands what's going on. He's able to move from star to the outside corner. I was really encouraged with DK. He's been out for a little bit. He kind of just tweaked his hamstring a little bit, but he's a guy another guy, great concept trigger. He's got an understanding of the big picture. Those are two young guys in our secondary that I think have really shined bright. I'm really encouraged with Ernest Jones. He's going into year 3. He's a special player. He's got a nice natural leadership about himself. On the offensive side of the ball, I think you're looking at a guy that I think is as underappreciated in Tyler Higbee as it gets. He's a complete player. He can play on all 3 downs. He's going to block. He can be in protection. He can win isolations. He can play all over the formation. And so there's a handful of guys that I could go through, but those are a couple guys that stand out. And, and then we got some rookies that we're counting on, but those guys got to continue to earn it. There's a long way to go, but I like the way that they've gotten better, and it's still really early in camp.
So Ernest was here the other day with us.
He's a stud, isn't he?
He's amazing.
Yeah.
And the confidence is out of this world.
No kidding.
And I particularly highlighted that when I said, yo, bro, I heard what you said about Steph. I said, I do NBA games. So when I see Steph in November, I'm going to tell him. He's like, tell him to bring it. I'm going to come. I'm going to get. And I just love the irrational confidence that he has.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he said, but
he said he would take him in golf, is what he said.
Yeah, there's a difference between confident and then I don't know about that.
And he's been playing for 1 year.
Hey, listen, Ernest has a lot of confidence, a lot of swag. Yeah. He's not gonna beat Steph. Right? That guy, what a stud. I mean, how about him? Goes the hole in one, and then he's got to hit an eagle putt to win it, and just.
But Ernest got him though.
Ernest says he's got him.
Hey, listen,
no work.
Hey, I support the Rams.
Yeah. Well, Raheem said if it's a toughness competition, if he's got to tackle Steph, I got Ernest. But if it's about shooting or putting, I'm going to take Steph all day.
Yeah, and I think if you ask Ernest the truth, put a little truth serum, put him on the lie detector, he'll agree with you.
Well, listen, so this season, before you go, a couple years ago, I told you, I said, I got you to win the Super Bowl. You dapped me up. We were having fun. This year, everybody's down on you, right? Yeah. Vegas down you, 6.5 wins. I look at this team. I think you're going to be above 500. I think you're a 9 or 10 win team. I think you're in that group of 9 or 10 wins. You're in the playoffs. A guy like yourself, the type of experience you guys have, I think that you guys could be a force to reckon with in the NFC. Sell us on why you also believe that for the squad.
I believe in the people on this team. I believe in these players. I believe in the coaches. But I also believe that we've got a long way to go. I think we got to continue to improve. And I've never been anybody that worries about anything, that occurs on the outside other than, hey, I know this. We're not working as hard as we possibly can every single week with the expectation to just show up and try to compete and just, we want to go try to win games. And that's always going to be our standard. And how quickly some guys can accelerate their learning, how quickly they can expect to play above a level that maybe maybe they even think right now, that's going to be imperative. And I think what we've got to be able to do is, if we do go through some adversity, let's stay steady. Let that be a separator for us where we end up navigating the storms that are inevitable at any point in the season. I thought that was key in the 21 season. We were 7-1. We went a month without winning a game, but the guys just kind of stayed the course. And I want to just see us continue to make that upward trajectory. But I believe in the players. I believe in these coaches. But I also know this. It takes hard work, and we got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of things that we can continue to clean up. But I'm having a lot of fun, and I think we're on the right track. And then, ultimately, we got to go do it when we play these games, George.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Listen, your hard work as a coach, hard work as a dad. Now, the good thing about being a coach is you don't sleep much to begin with, so that part won't mess with you when they're newborns.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'll be up ready to I'll help get in the first feeding of the day.
Get the diaper change in, McVay. Listen, when they're that young, it's not so bad. When they get older, that's when it gets worse. So trust me, take the diaper early, not later in their life. Trust me. Brother, great to see you.
Good to see you guys,
Thank you so much.
Hey, appreciate it.
Sean McVay,
Thanks,
head
fellas.
coach of your Los Angeles Rams. Thank you so much, Coach. We'll see you around, brother. Best of luck to you.